G'day everyone, Professor Maple here. We're back on my single player world. Glitching out, headbutting the camera apparently. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Uh, yeah, I've kind of come a little ways since you last saw the base, especially since we were in the jungle. That took me, I was like way off course by the time I figured out where I was. But anyway, so we've got another portal, again, temporary setup. Starting to fill this area with items, which that's not going to be the case the whole time. That's gonna change too. This whole bunker I've got. That's ah. After last episode, I'm a little scared of those guys now. Uh, yeah, that's temporary. All, all of all of basically that little valley is temporary. Here I've kind of been placing out the hexes up on the surface, and you can see the fruits of my jungle labor there. It's like it's the 10th or so, 13th even of March, and journal entry March 13th, there's a slime down there. I was tempted to just jump after it, but that's not something that we should do. But yeah, you can see some of the hexes are taking shape. That thing's going to despawn by the time I get down there, so we're not going to bother. We've got this inner ring here is going to be the different wood types because there are 6 different types of wood. We've got acacia, that one will be spruce, oak, dark oak, birch, jungle. They're not all going to be tree farms, of course. That's just what I'm using them for currently. And I went back to 1 or 2 of the villages, got some beats, got some sick beats, got some nice tunes. Oh, and also I've popped in a this acacia hex here, and then the hex below it. They're going to be sort of gardeny themed, I guess. So I've got a couple farms set up there. And by a couple, I just mean one, I guess. Couples being generous. It's a baker's couple. It's really only one, uh, but we'll show you here. So we still have to spiral down to things. I don't have jump pads put in everywhere quite yet, but you can see we've got some headway made on the hexes themselves, at least on the top parts of them. I haven't really filled in this one yet, and then that one's pretty much the only one that's mostly done. But you've got this is Exuma's vine farm thing. If I remember, I'll link it in the description there. It's pretty nice. It's I haven't really been. I just wanted a farm to say I have one. Really, at this point, I haven't done any farms that I have much use for at the moment. Even though I kind of have a slime farm, and then the little manual tree farms around here. But oh right, yes, I've also made headway on that mining hex that you would have seen 2 episodes ago. And basically, I've taken it down to bedrock. You can see, oh, I've also started work on this one here. This is going to be where the nether portal goes. I have not lit this up, so mobs kind of spawn on it. And then I leave them because they can't really do much to me unless they're skeletons, which just don't seem to really spawn up there either. So yeah, this is going to be the mining hex here. I think I'm pretty much done the bridge. I'm going to take out this big chunk of stuff. We're just going to mine that straight down. I'm not sure if I want to leave this open or put like black glass along the surface here, because that happens. I like the bridge, and I maybe should put some supports underneath it to make it look more bridge-like. But I don't really. I'm gonna find a better place for that torch later. I don't really like the whole stuff having to, like, if I'm mining this, it's all just gonna end up in the bedrock, and I can fall down there, and It's just a big pain, really. I did not think that through when I designed it. Not that a whole lot of design expertise went through to make it, but yeah, that's where we are now. There's not a whole lot of headway other than that, and yeah, I'm just gonna. I've been hiding away a bunch of my hex. What are they called? Fillings. Basically, all this rock from this hex here is in those chests. Basically, either those chests or the ones up in my little hutch thing. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna move on here. All right, guys. So, update since last time. It's been again it's been a few days. We've got put a bunch of furnaces in there. I've been smelting things. Mostly glass. Sand into glass, really. Because, as you'll see here, I've got these hexes a little more fleshed out. I've got some nice railings in here, so I don't just like derp off the edge. Even when I shift click on that, it keeps me from falling. And it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's, if we go up to the dark oak hex here, I've still been using these as tree farms. I've got some of my jump pads in here, which are not mine. I got those from one of my neighboring plots in the Exumavoid plot world. I've just been designing my hexes with them in it. Because they're really nifty, they're really small, and yeah, there's our lava pit from episode 1 there, and been still using the pit as a farm down there. You'll see I've got my, well, actually, if you remember my well, either if you've been by my plot in the Exumavoid plot world, or if you remember Nebulous, I had a to-do list that was more or less this format. Could have sworn I put something on it though. I maybe I'm slipping or something, because I must have forgotten or something. But yeah, we're working away here. It's taking a little bit more time to get situated and whatnot. I haven't really. Ooh, I did not mean to go over that. And I'm going to have a hard time getting back unless I go over there. But yeah, we're working on jump pads. We're working on... Because again, we've got slimes spawning down there a lot of the time. Working on mining out hexes. And you can see I've got... actually, I've got that mining hex kind of figured out here. I'm gonna cut this out because it's gonna take a little bit for me to get down there. Oh, right, yes. While we're on our way down there, I should mention this is pretty much the approximate amount of rock you need to take out, or blocks, in order to use these. Like sometimes you can hit your head if it's not high enough. But yeah, that's just barely enough room, which I think is really cool. I like this. I definitely need to write down who it is that I borrowed that from, because they deserve credit. I don't know if it's something they come up with, but I remember that being on their plot pretty much very, very soon after slime blocks were introduced and the plot world updated to have them available to that update. So I imagine that's probably their doing. So we've got one here. We've got it set up because I'm probably going to be spending more time there and here and going between. So I figured instead of having it at one end and then going around the outside, it's probably quicker to go around the inside. So it's going to be on the inside of a lot of these hexes for that reason. And yeah, I've just been listening to people play Doctor Who RPG. The Geek and Sundry, they've been doing Doctor Who RPG, and it's kind of an interesting alternate world arc. It's been really cool. I've been liking that. I'm still watching Critical Role, not live, of course, because I'm not on nights anymore. I'm watching the VODs for that. But yeah, this looks really cool. I've got all the bedrock mined out and lit up. I like it lit up. I don't like it dark because then you can't see it, and it's a texture you don't see very often in the game. So being able to see it, it kind of breaks things up a little more. But yeah, that's where we are. That's where we are. We are here. Ding, you are here. All right, so we are on the Zoomovoid Plot World server. Hooray! This is where we're going to where I'm actually going to remember. Chicken Bitten is the one who I've borrowed the design for the slime pads on. And I hope he doesn't mind me showing you that's basically half slabs, 4 tick repeaters, slime blocks, furnaces, and does this still work? I used to be able to use these, or at least I remember to. That might be a Mandela effect of memory there. I feel like I used to be able to use them on his plot. Now I definitely can't. But you can see he or they've been experimenting with that. I do not remember most of this. Like I remember that being there, and like it's not like I've been off this plot too long because I've been planning my base a fair bit. But I don't remember that being there. Like if you go into the well there, you'll get a surprise. That's basically all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, these two plots look like they're connected, and then that one in the middle is just kind of like its own thing. There's a Zoomovoid on a little floating platform over there, but that's not why we're here. Nor is this weird like slime block launchy looking thing. We're back to explore this plot here because spoilers, this is what some of my designs for the hexes are. These took months to do. Not that they're super time intensive, but well, actually when you get to mixing blocks of certain colors, switching between them gets a bit tedious. But more that just like I'm not always on here. But you can see I've got a few of them. I've got, when I started out, I was more just testing palettes and mixing them together. Now I'm pretty much just looking at like what a whole hex of whatever it is looks like now. And I'm kind of, this server isn't like the single player world I'm on. It hasn't updated to the snapshots yet. So we don't have the concrete, we don't have the glazed clay, the terracotta. So basically, this is what I've got so far with just that. I think the blue one, I'm having trouble with it. I think it'll improve a little bit once we get those new blocks in. So I've even been using shulker boxes for that, which I won't have access to for a long time still. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I've been also ender chests kind of fit well in the color scheme of it. Like, I'm not sure how blue it'll look by the end of it. We could still use some blue stairs. That would be nice. They were going to put dyed wood into the game, and then they did clay instead, and I don't remember why, but it might have had to do with how tricky slabs and stairs were. I don't really remember. But yeah, we're not here to look at that specifically. We've done our credit. We've done our... and here's the to-do list there. But this is the real reason why we're here. I've started sort of setting up what may be... and by may, I mean I'm fairly certain. I'm like 95% certain that this is going to be our item room layout here. So we've got... I've been fitting them into hexes. I've been trying to fit them as... Not sure if you can hear that motorcycle outside. But yeah, I've been trying to fit them fairly efficiently so I get enough surface area that I can access as many chests as possible in as little space as possible, especially when it's not a rectangular thing. I also want to be able to put shulker boxes on sides of things, so they'll be sticking onto these pillars that'll be going in the middle of these rooms. And yeah, this is basically what I'm doing on the single player world here. And then I've also been designing the enchanting hex as well. Like I'm not gonna need the whole hex for enchanting, but I may as well just. I figured I may as well just fill it up with books. I'd never got to my in Sprucecraft. If you remember, I was going to build, which I already had designed in a test world that I think I don't have anymore, which is unfortunate. But I had a purple was the color for enchanting, so this is a bit of a throwback to that, even though I said I wasn't going to specifically color code anything. I'm still gonna, it's still a cool little touch. And actually, other than the bookshelves, like the stairs and the grass, that's all gonna change. That's gonna be probably similar to the purple hex here. So it's going to be a while before I finish it, because it's going to be a while before I have access to the purper. There, to the purper. I'm not going to have much access to the purper. I'm sorry, I had to. And a lot of these other purple blocks, I guess I do have access to a lot of them, just the purper mostly. But yeah, that's the plan for that. And so that pattern's going to be on this floor, and I've already got sort of most of this is going to be concrete and glazed terracotta in the middle here, with exception of those blocks, and one of them there we go. I'm not used to being in creative mode. It's not a common thing for me. I like my survival. But yeah, we're gonna I'm not sure how tall I can make this in survival, because I think the reach for blocks is higher in creative, so that'll have to figure out on the as I go as well. But this is my layout for the hexes. I want to make sure that I have this area clear, probably a bit more of a path. I'll probably get some of the more commonly used items on the sides here, and then I'll have access to them. But I also want to make sure I have enough wall space to label them all without putting the item frames on the chests themselves, because that's how you end up accidentally popping the item frames off and whatnot. So, or signs or whatever I decided to do. Probably item frames. So I'm a very visual person. I like my visual stuff. But yeah, originally for this I had glowstone on the tops of these. It looked all right, but I think this looks better, and it'll look better with the purple when it goes in. So yeah, that's going to take a while, and that's going to lead us to our next thing there. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, we're back. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I went over to the mesa biome to get some red sand, and some red sandstone. Well, had to craft this sandstone. Not important. Anyway, huge mine shaft there. The thing now, though, is there are 2 ghasts. I sort of had to use coordinates to find my way back to my portal at the base, and there are 2 ghasts guarding the portal. I kept hearing them. I didn't know where they were, and now I know where they were, and I wish I didn't. And I don't have a bow. I could have crafted one if I were still in that mine shaft in the mesa. But I'm not, so I can't. I really don't want them to see me. I can't just like drop down on them either. Oh gosh, that's getting hairy. That's getting hairy. Let's let's not do that. Is there an edge to this? The thing is, it's like a big room thing. So, we're like right on top of the portal. I don't have feather falling on these boots, so I don't want to just like drop down. And all this netherrack's going to waste. I do not like to waste resources. Actually, there might be a third one. I'm having trouble keeping track. There's one there. There's one there. I can't tell. There might be a third one. Oh, we're getting close to a ridge here. Okay. Okay. That sounds... I'm starting more and more to think there might be a third one. I went all that way. I'm likely to die. I don't want to die. I really hope I don't die. But... oh gosh. Oh gosh. Let's close this up a little bit here. Just a little bit. Just enough to not have me visible like every freaking where. Oh, no, no. Don't want to drop down and take fall damage. That's what I want least right now. Okay, 1, 2 for sure. Oh, I nearly escaped that. And I also want to put a block there. And a block there. And a block there so I don't fall down. And a block there. I basically just want to see down into that area. 1 set of tentacles. I'm really not ready for this. Definitely. Oh, ho, ho. You know what? We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. Nope. Nope. That was a bad idea. We're gonna build up some stuff here. I immediately regret that decision. I think we're down to just the one, though. Oh, hi there. No, no. Maybe. It's hard to tell. It's hard to say. He's gonna see me first if I don't block that up. Because a lot of fighting Ghasts is just who sees who first, who shot first. How much lag is there? Can you deflect the thing? Oh, yes! Nope, nope. Oh gosh. My stairs are going very, very quickly here. I had almost a full stack of food before I started this trip. I just wanted some red sand, man. Is that so much to ask? Screw it, we're going. We're going. Come on, come on. Nope, that's fire. I do not like the fire. Fire is bad. Yeah! I didn't really see me deflect that. I was just trying to chop at it, but I'm okay with this too. I'm very much okay with this as well. Oh, I think it's been 5 minutes here. Yeah, it's all despawned. Darn it. Oh no. Oh no. Let's get to the overworld now. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Waiting is not an option right now. Alright guys, so we've made some headway here. We're back at the base. So that's our old nether portal, that's our old hutch. That's kind of all been taken out. We've got a giant sandstone hex up there that I've put in. I'm sure I'll be building on that soon, but for now I've got sort of the enchanting room started and set up and a little laid out. Not really. This is gonna take a while because it's gonna need a lot of purple derper blocks. I've also sort of gone with this. This is basically going to be part of the overall color thing here. So all these blocks are going to be in the floor. They represent where the shelves are going to go in here. Except for this middle square here, that's just going to be floor level only, and then of course that's going to be a dip. But yeah, that bed's temporary. That's just because I had to move that hutch up there. And we've got our mini sugarcane farm here, but now that I've designed what we have now, I'm going to be going through the item room here over to, this is the middle of the base. This is that first hex you guys saw a while back. The vine farm, of course, and I'm probably going to fill this hex with more garden-y stuff later. But in the meantime, I've sort of laid out the sugarcane farm here. I really like because when I was doing my testing and my building there, I was using obsidian as the non-movable blocks. And they're very purple, and then the sugarcane is a very, very light green. And so I just figured I would tie it all in with our last secondary color, some orange, and I think it's going to look really, really good. It's going to be super bright, and I'm not going to want to look at it all the time, but I really like it's a very 90s kind of TV, like kids channel color scheme, I guess, but it's going to look great. I don't have silk touch yet, so I've just kind of bridged over my grass growing, and we're waiting for it to spread over here. Actually, I could probably shuffle this over a little bit here. Make sure we still have that. We probably could have kept that block too, so it could spread potentially over there. But whatever, we're just gonna keep this going here. Oh, I have more dirt on my hotbar than I thought. So we'll maybe just keep this going. Not sure if you can hear the traffic behind me, but definitely some sort of motorcycle outside. So yeah, we're busy growing this grass, and in the meantime, like I did sort of just put this here to get the general layout sorted. We probably don't need this much room back here, but I may as well just, we wouldn't have really gotten much more efficiency by moving it back a block on either side, so that's kind of how we left it. But this hex isn't done. In the meantime, while that grass is growing, and while I'm sort of going back and forth between chasing slimes, which I really wish I had, like feather falling, or water's gonna, actually let's try going down there using water, just so because we kind of really need the slime blocks for this farm. And And down we go. Okay, I don't think there shouldn't be any torches or anything we have to worry about popping off here. And actually the water's gonna help keep this slime out of my face. Oh, the frames are low. Water updates. My laptop is having a hard time handling it all. And I think instead of keeping this middle hex green, I am probably going to have to make it into a slime farm. I don't think that water went up there. Anyway, because I am worried about losing torches and lighting and whatnot and keeping my base safe. My base is a safe place. Safe base place. Anyway, where were we? Where were we with that? I can make a slime block with the slime I got from that. But we were, oh yes. So we were I was going to show you because I sort of started setting up the slime farm. Or not the slime, sugarcane farm. I am sorry. I am out of practice. But yeah, so under here, and I just find these, until I start like building these things from the bottom up, it's a lot easier to just mine out the area, have a little floor underneath and then build from underneath. But yeah, it was getting kind of difficult to build the timer section back there without having a floor in on the hex. So that's what we're doing now. I've got to chop down a bunch of acacia trees and whatnot still for that. Got some orange hardened clay to sort of, it's still orange, so it's not super contrasty to anything in this area, but it's at least a different texture and a different shade of orange. And I thought that I'll probably use the colored concrete in other parts of the base, but for the garden I want to keep it fairly natural, and the concrete has very little texture to it. So even this red sandstone that I've been harvesting and crafting, it has a bit of texture to it, which I like. It keeps it fairly organic and keeps this from looking like a robots taking over the world kind of farm machine dealy. So that's where we are here. I'm probably going to fill this up with dirt or cobblestone or something, just so that we don't get mobs spawning in it and we don't have too much else going on. And then probably might keep this one just to whatever I've got so far. So yeah, it might be next episode that I actually show the building of that, if I show the building of that, or it'll be done. I'm not sure. I'm very eager to finish it, so I probably will do that today there. All right, guys, so that about concludes it. So I'm going to try and end this in a way where I might actually survive this time. So got no boots on, no feather falling, and I hope you have a good now and a good later, and well, it's kind of too late to have a good previous. So anyway, goodbye. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. I'll have to try that again sometime. Now. Oh wait, is this is the end bit? Oh yeah, this is the part where we just kind of joke around till you guys decide to watch a different video. Pretty sure there's something on screen by this point that you can watch. I don't know what it is, but there'll be things. Why am I always hungry when I do these end bits? Not sure. I don't think I have anything I can make here. Crud. Got some carrots I need to cut up though. Oh, I better respawn before these things despawn. So you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Goodbye. I'm not sure. I'm very eager to finish it, so I probably will do that that today there. Actually, probably not, because I've got errands.